ready to go in that regard?
Yeah, he had a good week of practice. I think he's ready to go.
What does that do for y'all from a depth standpoint?
Oh, just love him. He's a great kid, and I think a heck of a player. Emotional guy, he gives us little sparks. I'm glad to have him back.
You used the word ridiculous talking about Tevin Coleman yesterday on the teleconference. What jumped out at you? What is it about him when you look at the film? Yeah, the tailback.
Yeah. He just the game he just played at 300 yards, and so I went back. I said 300 yards, and then he had 60 yards, 70 yards, 60 yards, 38 yards, and just you give him a crack. He's a great acceleration guy, big. A little bit like that, the highlights I saw, the kid from Wisconsin, just a big back. This league's got some. The one we faced last week was, until you really get to see him in person, it's the first time I ever coached against him. Outstanding. Those are all NFL backs that'll be playing on Sundays, and this kid's one of those too.
When you won a close game over there, your first year was a 3-point game, I think.
Oh yeah.
And I recall you said to Coach Wilson, "You got a good future in this business," or something. Was it his approach to offense that impressed you?
I've known Kevin Wilson 20 years. I think he's a great football coach. Coached against him when he was at Oklahoma. Coached against him when he was at Northwestern. And they had some unfortunate injuries this year at quarterback, but I think they're a fine team. Someone told me they're a third or fourth quarterback. But he's also had a better game.
You've studied their defense. What are their issues?
Studied their defense.
You've studied their defense. Indiana's defense has struggled. What would have been their issues?
I don't know. I always like to look at the positives. I don't look at their issues. But they're big, gigantic up front, over 300 pounds, and guys that they're all that odd slant angle stuff. They have a new coordinator named Brian Knorr, and it's the 34 defense where you just have to make sure they blitz almost every snap. So.
Was he at Ohio when you were at Bowling Green?
Brian Knorr, yeah, very good friend, yeah, great coach.
Weekly question on the college football playoff. You're up a couple of spots at 6. Anyway,
beat Indiana.
Does that help you at all to keep the kids focused on what you've got to do? Just
never really comes up. Never really comes up, and everybody knows it. So for me to talk, I mention it usually on a Sunday at our Sunday meeting, and I haven't talked to him since I guess it came out Tuesday night. We just got to take care of business and play hard and practice well.
Your committee chairman, he made comments about how y'all played well on the road the last 2 weeks and tough. Does that tell you, at least like I said, asked you on Monday, that they're paying attention to what's going on? I mean,
well, I imagine that's for their job to pay attention to what's going on.
It's like,
but back-to-back road wins against top 25 teams, that's significant.
Would you talk to JT about managing a Heisman campaign? Is that important?
No.
I mean, I guess I'm just thinking last month you had a State of the Union for the team, and then you can maybe have exterior pressure. People start talking about him individually.
That's probably true. In fact, so. But I do. That's real. You start having it. But this kid's so grounded. That's once again a credit to his family. If I saw it, certainly I'd jump in the middle of that. But I haven't even given it two thoughts.
You guys said that they want to practice every week the way they did against Michigan State. Have you seen that in the couple weeks since?
That's a good question. We practiced well. I think that was a little extra all that week. Yeah, I'd like to see that too.
Last
Thank
question.
you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks. I got the TV show. Thanks.